What's up, YouTube? Cat Sports here. Now, this is a sports channel, so let's talk some sports. There's a lot going on in the sports world right now. It's a great time to be a sports fan. My favorite sport, boxing, is on fire right now. This summer is going to be lit. The NFL teams have had the OTAs or in preparation for the upcoming 2023 season. And we're getting up into June now. You know what comes after June? July. Training camps will be opening. 3 weeks after that, they start having some preseason games, and before you know it, it'll be September, time for the real deal. But let's talk some boxing. That is my favorite sport. Big fight last night. Teofimo came out there and knocked a lot of people, including me. I was one of those people that was saying Josh Taylor was going to wash him. Josh Taylor was going to dog walk him. You know, I was one of those people that was saying that Teofimo's mental was too far off, and his head wasn't in the game, and there was just no way that he was going to beat Josh Taylor. He proved me and a whole lot of people wrong last night. It's a great performance by Teofimo. And you got to put some respect on Teofimo Sr.'s name too, because adjustments were made, you know. Because in those first couple rounds, Josh came out there and he was getting that left on Teofimo pretty well, and Teofimo started out just having a little bit of trouble closing that distance on that height and reach advantage that Josh had. But by the third, fourth round, Teofimo had figured that out, and he was getting inside, and he was fighting beautiful. So adjustments were made over there. So put some respect on Senior's name. Now, we got to pump the brakes a little bit, because I've heard some people saying Teofimo is the king of 140 and all this and all that. Come on now. Now don't forget, that's the same Josh Taylor who in his last fight got a gift decision over Jack Catterall now. That's the same Josh Taylor that's been out of the ring for 17 months. Now, I'm not making excuses, because Josh himself stood in there and said the layoff wasn't a factor. But still, that wasn't the same Josh Taylor that stood in there and went head-to-head with Regis and got a slight nod. And that wasn't the same Josh Taylor that beat Jose Ramirez for Undisputed. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Teofimo. I'm just saying pump the brakes a little bit on the King of 140 talk, okay? Because remember, Teofimo's last 4 fights before this one, 3 of them were mediocre performances, okay? He had the great performance against Loma, and then he had the loss to Kambosos where he looked terrible. In his first fight at 140, he had Campos, where he didn't look spectacular. He got the win, and Sandor Martin had him questioning himself. So one good performance last night does not make him like to take over his back. I got to see more. Okay, I got to see more. You know, do that again. Okay, like he did last night. You know, because with Teofimo's history, I need consistency. Okay. Because we still got a couple guys named Regis Prograis and Subriel Matias out there in Teofimo's path of being the king of 140. Just because he got a belt, don't make him the king of 140. Rolly's got a belt. I don't see nobody calling him the king of 140. So come on, let's pump the brakes a little bit. But Tio had a great performance last night, man. You got to get a man props because so many people counted him out, including me. Okay, that's a great job. I'm just saying, I'm just not saying to take over his back. Okay, I need to see more. Now, Tio is still a drama queen, man. Look what he did last night after becoming a champion in his becoming a 2-division champion. He stands there and says he's retiring. See, that's the drama in him coming out. I don't believe for 1 second he's retiring, man. You know, I don't believe for 1 second. Somebody throw that $20 million out there that his father was talking about to Bill Haney. I bet that'll bring him out of retirement fast. They'll fight again this year for that. So that's just the drama from Tio, you know. But I need to see more. But it was a great performance by him. Also on the card, Bruce True Carrington did a good job. Okay. And he fought an 8-rounder, but I think he's ready to go to the 10-rounders. And I think Choo Choo is also ready to take a step up in the level of people he's fighting. Where's Leo Santa Cruz at? Is he still fighting? I think somebody like him would be a good test for Choo Choo. Or Josh Warren at 26. Somebody like that. You know, would be a good test for Choo Choo. But he got the job done. He got the win. Did what he was supposed to do. And the guys at 126 should be aware that there's another young killer coming. Well, not coming at 126. There's another young killer that's there. Okay. You got the stoppage. Unlike Xander Zayas, Xander needs more work. Now, before this fight, I was saying Xander, just like Bruce, Xander was ready to take that next step up the ladder to the next level. But I don't know. Now he needs more work. He couldn't get Cruz out of there. They dropped him in the first round. I thought, I said, okay, this is going to be a short night for Xander. But then you look up, you're in the 8th round. Cruz still hanging around. Takes Xander all the way to a decision. You know, he needs work. He needs to be back in the gym tomorrow morning. Because, you know, when he steps up in levels, you're not going to, you know, guys, you're not going to be fighting Ronald Cruzes. But they're just going to be punching bags. You're going to have guys throwing stuff back at you. And you better be able to hurt those guys. You know, if you're not the guys who think you're a threat, you're not able to get them out of there. They're gonna come at you hard, and that's gonna be a problem for Xander. So he's got work to do. And I know there was people out there saying he was the next great Puerto Rican fighter, potential generational talent. Nah, not right now. He still could be. He's a good young fighter. But he's up there at 154. He's going to be in an era when people like Boots are going to be coming up there. Virgil, Stanionis, Vila, you know. And he's there now. Well, Earl's coming. I'm not sold on Crawford at 54. He kind of the smallest guy. I'm just not sold on Crawford at 54. But Earl's coming. That's Mel's division. So Xander gonna have to get on the stick. But another great top rank card last night. And I want to talk about Devin Haney for a minute, man, because what is going on with him? He has a pattern going on. You know, whenever he has a fight signed, I mean, he act like there's no other fighter in the world other than Tank Davis. He talks about Tank more than he talks about the guy he signed to fight. Okay? Then the evidence is there. Because he had a 3-fight deal with Top Rank, remember? And you know, the first one was Kambosos, and if Devin won, of course, Kambosos had the option of his rematch. And then the third fight, which everyone thought would be Lomachenko, and it turned out to be him. And I guess it went on for like a year, this 3-fight deal, because of course Kambosos fight from last June. And that whole year, he talked about Tank Davis more than Kambosos, Lomachenko, anybody else. But he knew he was signed to fight other fighters. Now, he finished with that 3-fight deal in May 20th. And since May 20th, it seems like Devin Haney has forgot who Gervonta Tank Davis is. We'll talk about him. Talk about going up to 140. And man, I hate to call people fanboys, but some of these Devin Haney fans are ridiculous, man. Now, their go-to talking point is, well, Tank's in jail. He's not going to be in jail forever. That don't stop. It ain't like he got life imprisonment or 20 years or something. He's going to be in jail for 90 days. 2 more months, matter of fact. Not even 90 days anymore. So, that does not stop Devin Haney from wanting to fight him. And stop him from all of a sudden just stop calling them out. He knew Tank was getting some kind of punishment way back in February when they went to court for this, remember? And they postponed the sentencing until after this Ryan Garcia fight. But that didn't stop him from talking about fighting Tank all that time. He knew he was going to get some kind of punishment. And now all of a sudden he's in jail. He don't want to fight anymore. Come on, man. Come off of it. People starting to sound like fanboys. But that in jail thing, that ain't no excuse. Well, that's what it is, an excuse. That's not no valid reason for him to stop talking about Tank. Him and his father, Bill Haney. Talking about what they're going to do to Tank. Tank, Tank, Tank. Sound like a clock. Instead of tick, 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 it was Tank, Tank, Tank. Every time they got near camera, either one of them. But now all of a sudden, Act like they don't know no such person as Gervonta Tank Davis to them. It's ridiculous, man. Textbook definition of cap. Okay? And all his fans. Then the next talking point is Tank is an ace. I sent him a contract. The man act like he don't even want to fight anymore. Why waste your time sending him a contract? I could see if he was still harping and calling Tank's name every day and every time he got near a camera, him and his father, but they're not doing that anymore, so why send him a contract? They're talking about Regis Prograis. And just think about that. They must be terrified of Tank. Anytime you're going to move to 140 in your first fight, you want it to be Regis Prograis? Wow. Oh, no, man. I might take my chance to go Tank. But those some tough options. Devin got some tough options coming up, man. And now, I was thinking, when Bob Arum mentioned the winner of Josh Taylor and Tio, you know, I'm thinking, you know, before this fight, he could handle Tio, but I don't even know that now. Tio that showed up last night shows up. I don't know. Get Devin a run for his money. Probably beat him. But as far as the Tank situation, it's crystal clear what happened. Devin and his fans saw the Lomachenko performance, and they like, don't get in there with Tank. Because Lomachenko closed that distance, and there was no problem closing it. And he was closing it at will. And he was putting hands on Devin. Now, don't get me wrong, Devin was putting hands on Lomachenko too. But put Tank in place of Lomachenko. Now just picture Tank and Devin putting hands on each other like that. Everyone knows how that will end. I don't even have to say it. Everyone knows how it will end. Okay? Tank and Devin exchanging hands like Devin and Lomachenko was. Everyone knows how it will end. Okay, and I'll stop there. But yeah, man, I don't know what's up with that. They all of a sudden just stop talking about Tank, man. It's crazy. They've been talking about this man. They had a 3-fight deal where there was no way they could fight this man until they completed that contract with Top Rank. But this man was in their mouth more than Kambosos doing those 2 fights and Lomachenko. It was Tank. We're going to knock them the F out. He even had the saying, Thanksgiving. But now, Gervonta Davis don't exist to the Haneys anymore. And like I said, they are so terrified of Tank, they're willing to go to 140 and face Regis Prograis for their first fight. Now that's scared them. Wow. That's jumping out the frying pan into the fire. Talk about between a rock and a hard place. But yeah, man, I don't understand that. That's cap. Devin Haney did the textbook definition of cap, and a lot of his supporters are the textbook definition of fanboy. Okay? Unconditional support. That's my definition of fanboy. No matter what, I support you. You can duck Tank like you're doing. I'm gonna make excuses for you. Tank in jail. They basically went out of divorce. All year they had base. Yeah, Devin gonna knock Tank the fuck out. Now, Tank in jail. They don't even lost the base out of divorce, man. Tank in jail. He said he's not sending Devin a contract. It sounds ridiculous, man. It sounds ridiculous. It's crazy. And they're still making excuses. It's crazy. But this is a great time to be a boxing fan, man. We have we have had a great year so far, man. We've had 2 tank fights. David Benavidez and Caleb Plant got in there and showed up and showed out. The GOAT just fought, what was it, last weekend, wasn't it? Yeah. We had the GOAT in there. We had another woman's fight for Undisputed. Who was it? Katie Taylor and well, anyway, the girl beat Katie for Undisputed. The women the men need to take some notes. I mean, every time we have a female fighters for Undisputed, unifying titles, the women want the smoke, man. You don't hear nothing about no side of the street and got to make dollars or cents. None of this stupid shit that the men come up with. The women just get in there and go at it. Man. You know, we got another Undisputed fight coming up this summer. We got Franchon Cruz and Savannah Marshall. Yeah, that's for Undisputed. That's for Franchon. They had 168. Yeah, that's coming up this summer. See, every time you get a woman's fighters for Undisputed, unifying something, man. Pay attention, man. But they starting to get it. It's like I was saying, all the good fights we done had so far. We just had like the Devin and Lomachenko fight. That was fire. It was marred a little bit by Lomachenko and his supporters with that robbery nonsense. Every time Lomachenko loses, he's been robbed. It's like he just can't lose. Then they got this petition going around. All this corruption been going on in boxing for years. All of a sudden they say Lomachenko get robbed. All of a sudden we got to have a petition to address the corruption in boxing or bring attention to it. Come on, man. Enough of this Lomachenko nonsense. Now I heard something about the WBC is keeping him at number 1 and ordering a rematch with Devin. Didn't he just lose? I mean, what are they going to just get Lomachenko chances until they win Undisputed? I mean, if you go back in the dressing room and cry, you get a rematch. Where they do that at, man? I mean, they just need to get this guy out of here, man. I mean, enough of this Lomachenko favoritism nonsense, man. Come on. The man lost. Get over it. But anyway, yeah, that marred that fight a little bit, but it was still a great fight, man. And then, I gotta say this too. You had people saying, well, the fight could have went either way, but Lomachenko got robbed. How in the hell, if it could have went either way, don't that mean either man could have won? Well, how could anybody get robbed? That's just some more of that fanboy shit. And that's what's bad for the sport, these fanboys, man. You know? Your favorite fighter lose, all of a sudden you need a petition to bring attention to corruption. Come on, man. But then when we had the real robbery, the Rolly robbery, I didn't hear nobody crying about that. Maybe Barroso should have went in the dressing room and cried. He might have got some attention. But yeah. And the real corruption was, what the hell Rolly doing getting a title shot at 140 in the first place? First fight in the division. Then his last fight at 135, he got stopped. But he goes to 140 and get a title shot. Then they're going to cheat and give him the title. You know, the real robbery was the guys that were at 140 who should have had the title shot instead of Rolly. That's who got robbed. You want to talk about robbery, you know? Come on, man. But yeah, I was saying there's some great fights coming up this summer, though. As a matter of fact, I think it's June 17th. Yeah, Regis, I believe. Let's see, I think Regis does fight next week. Yeah, Regis fights Danielito Zarilla. Okay. Yep. for his WBC title, 140. This summer, I would like to see Regis in there against somebody else, like named Matthias. So maybe it's next fight will be against Teofimo. But Regis fights next week. Yep. Then next weekend, I think it's Sunday. I'm last Australia. Well, it'll be Sunday here, I guess. I don't know how that goes. But Tim Tszyu is fighting Ocampo, Carlos Ocampo, next Sunday. So, man, this summer is cool. So we got Regis and Tim Tszyu fighting somebody next Sunday. Well, Tim Tszyu is fighting Ocampo. That ain't just anybody. Ocampo is pretty decent. Then, I think on that card, what was that card? I know J-Rock is fighting. J-Rock, we all way over in Alaska fight. Well, that's not J-Rock. I think J-Rock got a fight coming up. That's Justice Jackson. Okay. Then, the week after that, in Tokyo, Joshua Franco and Kazuto Ioka. That's the warm-up for the big one coming up. It's WBA Junior Bantamweight. You know what I'm talking about in Tokyo in July. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Yeah, man. Oh, there's J-Rock. J-Rock is June 24th. He's going up against Carlos Adam. They fighting for Adam's interim middleweight title. Interim 160. J-Rock. And Erickson Lubin on that card. Luis Arias, 154. Yeah. And of course, that same day we got Berlanga making his return since the biting incident, going up against Jason Quigley. And they saying if he win that, he's fighting Canelo. Come on, Canelo. Who was it? Benavidez. He got offered $50 million to fight Benavidez. He's turning that down. Canelo is a duck. And there's another group of fanboys. Unconditional support, just like Bud Crawford against Avanesian. Unconditional support. They made excuses about that, trying to compare Avanesian to Errol fighting Keith Thurman. Errol didn't even fight Keith Thurman. Oh, look. Avanesian is better than Thurman. Keith Thurman, a former unified super champion. Avanesian, not only never been a super champion, he had never fought a super champion before he fought Bud. And now, we got these Canelo fanboys. Come down $50 million. He's going to fight Edgar Berlanga. And then they want to say, when he didn't fight Boo Boo or Mel, when he ducked them, what has Andrade done? What has Charlo done? What the hell has Berlanga done? But better do. But he get the Canelo fight and they don't say shit. Let me calm down. This fanboy shit is bad for boxing. That's why these fighters do this nonsense. Because of these unconditional supporting fanboys, man. Ridiculous. Edgar Berlanga fights June 24th against Jason Quigley. He's going to be up there in New York. He's on the zone now. Top rank got rid of his ass. Oh, man. This summer is fire, man. I'm just going down the list a little. That's all. When we come to July, Big Baby is headlining his own card for the first time. guy he fighting, I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not gonna butcher this guy's name. That's July 1st. In Ohio. He's headlining his first card in his home. So that's big for Big Baby. Probably time for him to step it up a little bit too. Okay? See what he can do. I was looking forward to him and Big Shot Shaw, but Big Shot messed around and got beat. So DeAndre Ware is on that card. Tiger Johnson. DeAndre Ware to be announced. Tiger Johnson to be announced. Hey, boxing, man. Woo. Jahai Tucker's on that card to be announced. Man, I tell you, that junior middleweight class gonna be something, man. In another year or so. Woo. Jahai Tucker's there. That's where Xander is at. Get himself together. Who's gonna be coming? Virgil, Stanios, like I was saying, Beeler. All of them guys gonna be coming up there, man. Those scared ass, cheating ass Conor Ben might be hanging around there too. And then July 1st, Franchon Cruz and Savannah Marshall for Franchon's 168 women, undisputed. Yeah. Wow. Natasha Jonas on that card. See? Fighting for her unified belts. WBC, WBO, and IBF. TBA to be announced as you fight. See? In junior middleweight, women. See, I told you, every time the women fight, it's for undisputed, unified. These women are not messing around, man. Every time. You don't see no champion fight, no number 8 contender, nothing like that. Women is going for the smoke, man. You know? Women like, you come in my division talking about you the best. You got a belt, I got a belt, let's go at it. And they fight. They make the fight, man. The men, they start to make them, but look how long it takes, 4 or 5 years to make them. Oh, man. These women get their belts, their next fight, they're unified. Don't take no 4 or 5 years like the men doing. Crazy. But hey, that's how they do. But like I was saying, the men are starting to get it now. They're getting in there. Yeah. And then July 8th. We got 2 big welterweight fights July 8th. We got Emanta Stanionis versus Virgil Ortiz Jr. Okay. Now this is the third one. And this is for Stanionis WBA regular. But this is the third time that they trying to get this fight going. Now maybe hopefully the third time will be the charm. Okay. The first time, I think Stanionis, I think he had one appendix removed. Yeah. Then the second time, Virgil had that medical condition, something related to weight loss that he was going through. I think he went through that twice. He went through that against McKinson. But they did finally get that fight on the second go round. He stopped McKinson. And so now it looks like they're going to finally get this fight in the third go. That's going to be a good fight, man. Both of these guys come forward, pressure type fighters, you know. They both have good chins. You know, they both going to be right there in that phone booth. And they can take the key to that, lock that phone booth and throw the key away, man, because they're going to be right there. I just hope they don't have a tight referee that stops it too fast, you know. Cause I think lately a few of these fights have been stopped too fast, man. Definitely a Barroso. And I thought, was it? Muratalia and Nakathila. Muratalia had him, but I think they could have went a little further. I mean, it is boxing, man. It's the hurt game. These guys train to take punches and stuff. But come on, man. You can only protect them so much. Come on, man. Yeah, so this Virgil and Stanionis, I just hope they got the right referee in there, man. 'Cause it's gonna be some punishment handed out. Now, both these guys got good chins, man, and I can't wait for that one. That's July 8th. Then on that same, but I'm picking Stanionis, okay? I think it's gonna be a stoppage, though. Picking Stanionis by stoppage. And then on that same day, Ron Boots Ennis versus Villa, Romain Villa, and this will be the first Boots headliner, a card for the first time, and that's in Atlantic City. I will be in attendance. Anything comes within on the East Coast, within a 3 or 4 hour drive of Maryland, where I reside, I'm attending. New York is just a little bit too far away. I don't go up there, but New Jersey, DC, around in there, I'm there, man. So thank you, Boots. Atlantic City. Yeah, I'm going to that one. But anyway, that's Boots and Romain Villa. And I always said after that performance against Curran, when Boots put all his flack, which he shouldn't, he threw a shutout. But there was just people, most of that was people that was looking for a reason to criticize Boots. When you do everything so well, people sit around and they want to criticize you about something. And then the Villa fight, not Villa, Curran. Curran ran around the ring for 12 rounds. I guess his goal was to not get knocked out, and he succeeded. But you got people that just jumped on that, Boots was exposed and all. How the hell do you get exposed and you won every round? Huh? But anyway, so I was thinking Boots' next opponent gonna pay for that criticism, and it's Villa. Somebody just tailor-made for Boots, man, because Villa ain't gonna do like Curran. Villa gonna stand and fight, man. That's the only way I ever seen him fight. That's the only way he know how to fight. Okay, so that's gonna be a rock'em sock'em for as long as it lasts. But I got Boots get them out of there inside of 5 rounds. His usual quick work. Okay. In a perfect world, that would be winner versus winner. Stanionis, Ortiz winner against the Ennis Villa winner. But it's not, That other side of the street, it doesn't make dollars and cents bullshit gonna come into play. And it won't. It won't be winner against winner. So, it ain't no use us hoping that. But those are gonna be 2 great fights, and they're on the same day. Yep. Stanionis and Virgil is in Texas. And then where Virgil's from, and Boots and Villa is in Atlantic City. Then the next week, we got Alicia Baumgardner in action. Christina Leonard Dates. I don't know how to pronounce Christina's last name, but again, guess what it's going to be? Junior lightweight undisputed championship. I told you about the women, man. Every time the women fight, man, it's for undisputed, unified. The women don't mess around, man. Now the men, you got the champion fighting the number 15 contender in this kind of dumb shit. Look at Canelo. This man is undisputed. He's fighting Edgar Berlanga, a man who bit his last opponent. That's who the undisputed champion is fighting, man. Come on, man. The women are making people like Canelo look sick, look like the duck he is. Canelo should just go ahead and retire, man, and get all those guys that won 68, Benavidez, Morrell, Andrade, Charlo, Plant. Let them guys fight amongst each other for them belts, man. because he just sitting there holding the belts hostage. You know, not giving nobody else a chance at him. Edgar Berlanga. This man ain't fought in damn near a year. How's he gonna come back and have one fight against Jason Quigley, a no-name bum? Yeah, I'd call him a bum. And then get a fight against the undisputed champion, Edgar Berlanga. He ain't fought in a year almost. In his last fight, he bit somebody. Then he comes back and fights Jason Quigley. What is he ranked at 168? Like number 50 or something? And then Berlanga gets a shot at Canelo. And his supporters are okay with that, man. They're okay with that. He's undisputed champion. And nobody strips him. Nobody says nothing. Canelo can do what he want to do. Come on, man. Stop. Stop, man. That's the ugly part of boxing. The type of nonsense Canelo was doing, man. Yep. That's the ugly part. All these guys, man, is in there doing their thing. Benavidez, Morrell, Plant, Andrade, all these guys, man. I ain't gonna say Charlo because he ain't doing shit lately. But all these guys, man, and Canelo just gonna jump up and fight Edgar Berlanga after he just fought John Ryder. And his people are okay with that kind of nonsense, man. It's crazy. But anyway, and then, okay, Andy Cruz is fighting on I think he's on, well, Richard Hitchinson and Montana Love is on that card. Alicia Baumgartner card in Michigan, July 15th. That should be good. It's Hitchens' biggest fight to date. Montana Love, 10 rounds. Okay. And Andy Cruz is on that card. He's a Cuban guy. He done won 2 gold medals, man. And that's the one that they talk other stuff about Keyshawn. He used to get on Keyshawn in the amateurs. But he's on that card. And he's got that Cuban pedigree, you know, from that Cuban boxing school. So we're gonna see Andy, what he can do. Maybe him and Keyshawn end up getting in there. Okay. Maybe him and Keyshawn will get in there. But Andy's on that card. Alicia Baumgartner card on July. It was the 15th. Yeah. Oh, excuse me for a minute. Better do something real quick. Okay, yeah, July 15th. Okay, now moving on to the 22nd. George Kambosos is back in action. It'll be his first action since the Devin fights. He's going up against Maxie Hughes. This is in Oklahoma. They're going for 12 rounds. Keyshawn Davis on the card. Keyshawn is fighting the guy named Francesco Patera. 10 rounds. Keyshawn moved up to 10 rounds. Is that his first 10 round? I'm not sure. Could be a second. Corey Ozzy's on that card too, but to be announced. Heavyweight Jeremiah Milton's on there to be announced. And then that Tuesday from Tokyo, Japan, July 25th, it's Stephen Coolboy Fulton against the monster, Naoya Inoue. For Fulton's WBC and WBO featherweight. Inoue is moving up. Okay. Now you got to give Inoue credit, man. His first fight in the featherweight division, 122, right? And he's going straight to the top. He's going for the unified champ. Now, will Inoue's power come up with him? That's a big question for this fight, man. And another question is, can Fulton get a decision over there in Japan? When is Inoue going to bring his butt out of Japan and fight somebody? Anyway. But I found out why it's always on Tuesday. This guy told me that's the official fight night in Japan. It's Tuesday. Whatever. But I'm going for Fulton. I don't think Inoue. I don't know if his power was going to curry up there. Fulton's very versatile, man. You know, he can beat you at your own style. Okay. He can do it all in there. It's going to be too much for Inoue. And then they say Inoue has never fought that slick African American style fighter. Never even sparred it. He probably has now, getting ready for Fulton. But I don't know. Way over there in Japan, who's going to go way over there and spawn? He had to give my brother a fight tape bag and come all the way over there and spawn. But that's another excellent fight, man. And then just 4 days later, that's on a Tuesday. Well, that Friday, 3 days later first, we got Seniesa Estrada. And once again, unification fight. We're going for her unified titles, WBC and WBA. And her opponent is to be announced. I don't know if she's unifying with that person, but she's unified and putting both her straps up. Like I said, the women is always unified. I mean, undisputed champion or unified. It's, you know, the women are just the top fighter against top fighter. The men need to take lessons. But then the very next day, because that's on Friday, July 28th, Saturday, July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, we will have Earl the Truth Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford. 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world. Earl Spence holds the IBF, WBA, and WBC titles, and Terrence Crawford holds the WBO welterweight title. Woo! And that's going to end July on a bang. Now I'm going with Earl. I remember that time when they were both attending a fight. I don't know who was fighting, but they were both in attendance, and they ran into each other at the venue. And remember, Earl had the red hoodie on. Bud had like a dark colored hoodie, and Earl told him, "You're too light in the ass." And I think that's going to come into play big time in this fight, man. Earl is just going to be too big, too strong for Bud, man. Now, Bud is the better pure boxer, but I just don't think he's going to be able to stand up under Earl's body attack. Relentless body attack. Earl is very accurate. And Bud is used to coming out there starting slow, right? And he do that against Earl, it's over. But that's how Bud has got to this point, you know. So he comes out there and try to start fast, just changing his game up, man. You got to go with what got you here. I see him coming out there trying to download, and he's gonna get downloaded. He can't take his time out there trying to download on Earl. That's what Earl was gonna wait for him to do it, and if he does that, it's over. Earl's gonna get that big lead on him early, and Bud ain't gonna be able to catch up. I think it's going to the cards though, but I got Earl by a relatively close unanimous decision. Okay. I don't even think it's going to be all close competitive like everybody think it is. I really don't. But I got Earl by unanimous decision. Yep. And you know, corner strength is going to play a factor in this fight because in-fight adjustments are also going to be huge. And Earl wins the corner strength battle, and it's not even close. Earl's got former Ring Magazine, what is it? At least two-time Ring Magazine Trainer of the Year in this corner, Derrick James. And Bud has Bomac. Okay? Derrick James, we've seen him on that training tracks. Both of these guys interact with their fighters during fights. And Derrick James always gives precise, sound advice to his fighters between rounds, okay? And Derrick is known for strategic in-fight adjustments, man. Okay? Now, Bomac, advice in between rounds. Bomac is basically a cheerleader, man, you know, to his fighters. I remember one time, Maurice Hooker was fighting. And who was he fighting? Well, you know, his Bomac trains him, but he was fighting Blair Carr. And the fight wasn't going too good for Hooker. Carr was putting something on him, actually, and Hooker came to the corner after one round, and Bomac looks at him and says, we gotta fight this motherfucker. What kind of shit is that to tell your fighter? How about giving some advice on how to fight the guy? We gotta fight this motherfucker. That's what he told him. And then actually, later on in the fight, Bud ended up coming to the corner and coaching Hooker. Bomac ended up just relegated to giving him water and taking his mouthpiece in and putting it in and out. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes to in-fight adjustments, Bomac, in-fight adjustments are virtually non-existent. The Earl gonna have Derrick James, renowned trainer over there, reigning trainer of the year, matter of fact. Bud gonna basically be on his own out there, okay, like he always is. And that's gonna matter in this fight, because you ain't just fighting anybody, you fighting Earl the True Spence, man. One of the top dogs in the game, okay? Now, both of these guys are dogs, so I don't think nobody going down, anybody getting stopped. This thing going 12 rounds. Earl Spence, 12-round decision. Okay? And that's how we end in July, with those two monsters fight. Then I ain't gonna say they got a Jake Paul fight in August. Amanda Serrano fighting Heather Hardy in August too. That's on the Jake Paul card. What happened to the? Now, since Katie Taylor got beat, I guess, remember when Amanda Serrano, her last fight, Katie, one of them was fighting. I think it was Amanda Serrano's last fight. Katie Taylor got in the ring, and they was talking about this big deal going to be in Ireland. Those have been this year, but I think since Katie Taylor got beat, I guess that's all. And why was they not fighting each other anyway? Why was Katie Taylor fighting the girl she just got beat by, and Amanda fighting Heather Hardy? Why wouldn't they fighting each other? I have to research that. What happened to that? So I guess that's off then. Because Katie got beat. And then this was news to me a couple weeks ago when I found this out. Erislandy Lara fighting Danny Garcia at 160. Okay? Danny then went from 54 to 160 now. I did not know that. And that's for Lara's WBA record title. That was news to me. I did not know Danny Garcia was at 160. Wow. I got Lara in that fight. And this is a pretty big one here too. In August 19th. That Danny Garcia and Lara is August 5th. August 19th, we got Navarrete and Oscar Valdez. Okay. Now that should be good because we got two Mexican fighters, man. Both of them got power. And they're gonna be trying to take each other's heads off. That'll be something like Virgil and Stanionis, I guess. But I got Navarrete. Because Oscar just swings for the fences too much, man. You know? I mean, he don't set up stuff. He just in there, boo, 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 boo. Lopez had plenty of chances to counter him. And if he had some power, could have got Oscar out of there. But Lopez in there playing and carrying on. But see, Navarrete ain't gonna do that. Oscar gonna be in there swinging to the fences. And Navarrete gonna catch him in between something and get him out of there. Why? That's about it for the summer. Well, we got Better Beef in August 19th against Liam Smith. But I ain't interested in that. I wanted to see Better Beef and Bivol. That's what I wanted to see. No. I don't want to see no Better Beef. And Liam Smith. What the hell is Liam Smith done? Nothing. Nothing at all. But boxing is looking good this summer, man. Looking good. Oh yeah. I don't know what I wanted to address. Them scorecards last night. We had for Teofimo and Josh Taylor. We had 2 115, 113s. That nonsense again. Now 117, 111 was about right, man. 115, 113. That means 2 judges gave Josh Taylor 5 rounds. 115, 113 is 7-5. Where did you get that from? 7-5. Huh? No way. And Teofimo's father was saying something about they gonna try to rob him, and damn if they didn't, man. 115 and 113 is ridiculous. And where's all these people with the petitions? After they say Lomachenko got robbed. I hear nothing about no petition. But let that been Lomachenko. They've been on here having babies and stuff today. You know? But yeah, 117, 111. Yeah, that sounds more like it, man. You know? That's like what, 8-4, something like that? Yeah. Or 9-3. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. 117, 111 is 9-3, and that's what it was about. Because after like round 3, I think Teofimo like ran the table. Okay. I gave Josh Taylor the first 2 rounds. And probably could find another one between 3 and 12 in there for him. But the rest of them, Teofimo ran the table on him, man. Yeah. That 117, 111 was right. Right on the money. Yes, it was. Well, yeah, they tried to rob him, but it didn't work. There's no way. It wasn't in England. And just one of them cases where they couldn't do it, like Bivol Canelo. They wanted to rob Bivol, but they couldn't do it. They made them all 115, 113s. Yeah, this is ridiculous, though, man. There's no way in the world that fight was no 115 to 113. No way. Mm-mm. No way. But that's what they had it. 115, 113. But boxing is on fire, man. And we got Regis Prograis coming up next week. And then July. Woo. July is just. July is just going to be one of the best boxing months we've seen in a long time. You know, I mean, that's going to be hard to top from beginning to end. Starting out with Franchon Cruz DeZernes and Savannah Marshall for the women, and closing out with Earl the Truth Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford for the men. Can't beat it. Now in other sports, and primarily boxing, but in other sports, the NBA Finals, Denver is leading 3-1. Really, the series should have been over. I don't know how Miami went up there and got that one game in Denver, but it will be tomorrow. Game 5 tomorrow in Denver. Denver will close them out and get their first ever world championship. Well deserved, you know. Denver is the whole package, man. We got the superstar, two superstars. Really, they got Joker, you know, the big two, Joker and Jamal Murray. Then they got a solid bench, well coached. And they get their first championship this year. And like I said, it'll be well deserved. Denver Nuggets. Now my Orioles, let's take a quick look at them before I get up out of here. They won today, 11-3. There's 17 games over 500 at 41-24. It's cruising, man. And that pitching is just lights out. If they can stay healthy, especially in the bullpen, they can go far. So, I'm gonna get on up out of here. It's been nice. Maybe one day I'll get someone to come in here and actually talk to. Do anyone see this on the replay? Hit the like button for me, and it's not too much trouble. Subscribe to my little channel. Help me out. And everybody have a good night. Thank you and peace. I'm out of here.